Hello, vinyl community. I wanted to come on today to show you some art rock bargains that I found over the last week. Um, I found a seller on Marketplace that had some incredible deals on a few records that I found quite interesting. Um, I actually got these records for $10 a piece. $4, I wish. No, this time it was $10 a piece. And these, interestingly enough, are all art rock records. A couple of them are probably fairly obscure, and the other two are some that you'll most likely know. So we'll start off with this album from 2019. Uh, this is a Canadian artist from Montreal, goes by the project name Home Shake. And this is his fourth album called Helium, released in 2019. The Canadian artist name is Pete Sagar, I believe is how you say it, Sagar. And this particular album is his fourth album. I think I may have mentioned that already. But he formed this project back in 2013, and it's considered. Um, Here's a insert that it comes with, and on the other side there's a little bit of writing, not much there, but it's considered to be a psychic pop. This also falls under the label of soul, lo-fi, funk, and electronic. But like the other albums, it's kind of experimental pop, and actually pretty good. I've listened to the album and I really enjoyed it. Um, so that was the first one. The next one is another project by the name of sorry, holding it the wrong way. This is a project by the name of Flying Lotus. That is actually the artist's name. Interesting thing about him is he comes from Winnetka, California. He's considered experimental and is multi-genre producer and a laptop musician. On the back of the cover, you can see all Flying Lotus. The name of the album is Los Angeles. On the front of the cover, there's nothing but whatever this picture is. It's hard for me to decipher that one. Here's what the inside looks like. And this artist is actually, interestingly enough, known as the rapper Captain Murphy, a fairly new artist under that name. But as Flying Lotus, he's been around for quite a while. This particular album, Los Angeles, was released back in 2008, and it was the second album released as Flying Lotus. Another interesting thing about this individual is he is the great nephew to Alice Coltrane. So you all know who Alice Coltrane is. She's a jazz pianist and also the wife of John Coltrane. He's also the cousin to Ravi Coltrane, of course, which was Alice Coltrane's son. So had a little bit of in as far as the music industry goes. And this is a double album. It's actually a 2014 reissue of the original, this particular copy. And it is considered electronic, instrumental, and experimental hip hop. You know, it's mostly, like I said, instrumental. But there are a few guest vocalists throughout the album. Again, another very interesting album that I enjoyed quite a bit. Another one that I'm happy to get. Now, a couple of better known artists. This first one is a debut album from the founder of the Stooges, The Idiot by Iggy Pop. Again, $10, and look at the wonderful shape this is in. Um, the cover has a few bends in it. She said she never played it, but really happy to get this one. Of course, The Idiot is the debut album for Iggy Pop, released in 1977. This particular copy is a 2017 issue. And on this particular album, all the songs were co-written by David Bowie, and was also a producer and a musician on this particular album too, David Bowie. And this album also is famous because it contains the original version of China Girl, which David Bowie later turned into a big hit. So this is Iggy Pop's version of it. It's another great one to have in the collection. And again, like I said previously, these were all $10 a piece. The last one, Sonic Youth Washing Machine. Very excited to have this one. This is Sonic Youth's 9th album, released in 1995. And this particular issue is a 2016 reissue. Of course, Sonic Youth is experimental noise rock. There's the gatefold. And this particular album is a double album, and it contains the longest song that Sonic Youth recorded at just barely under 20 minutes, called The Diamond Sea. Now, Thurston Moore, the person that most people consider, he doesn't consider himself the head of the group, but most people do consider him the head of the group. Thurston Moore had more impact into the length of the songs on this particular album, and it does contain some longer songs than most of what their albums do. Thurston said that he would like to, if he actually was the head of the band, like most people say he is, he would choose to have longer tracks on his albums. These two things I'm showing you now are both inserts that come along with this, and this album doesn't only have longer tracks, but it's also considered to be more open-ended than their previous albums. And that's the label on both records. Looks the same. These are all beautiful black vinyl. Let me tell you a little bit about the cover art here. This is actually the cover art was a picture of a couple of fans that had their picture taken at one of the Sonic Youth concerts. And Sonic Youth originally, or not originally, but at one time wanted to change their name to Washing Machine. Well, the record company didn't like that, so instead they called this album Washing Machine. They put these two fans wearing Sonic Youth t-shirts that they bought at the concert, and they wanted to use this picture, but they didn't have any way to contact the fans because they had no idea who they were. So they ended up having to crop the tops of their faces off, which you see, and that's why the picture looks like it does. But it kind of matches the type of attitude that Sonic Youth has as far as their albums go. So great album to have. And there you go. Every one of those were $10 a piece. And, all you got to do is look around. And I was quite surprised to see this particular deal online. There were actually two others that she had, which unfortunately got sold before I got a chance to get to them. One of them was Talking Heads Speaking in Tongues, and the other one was the Meat Puppets. I'm not sure which album it was, but I would have loved to have had those two too, but I'm very happy with these. So get out there and look for the bargains. They're out there even at this time of year. And I want to thank you very much for watching, and we will talk to you another time.